Yeah, we mucking on this.
Baby, please don't do that.
Look. Steak, corn.
We gotta we'll get this shit together.
Look at that mucker. Look at that mucker.
Mother mucker.
Look at that mucker. Ihop Mukbang. The Ihop Mukbang. Look how it's just falling off.
Stop.
Wait, you can reverse together. See. Put some butter on this.
Definitely for you.
Let's put some butter on this. We got the steaks.
Ihop gang.
You know you got your steak on the side for yours too.
Oh, that's mine?
Yeah.
It look like
And then you have
roast.
for my butter gang.
Oh.
Alright, now we need some salt and pepper.
Can't put my shit out.
Salt and pepper, guys. Alright, the IHOP mukbanger gang. Put a little bit of corn in that masher.
Yeah, so
That's how you roll. Alright, let's taste it.
Okay.
A little bit more mix up. See what this steak is here for. We got the onions. Got the mushrooms, guys.
I think it's really delicious also. So, I'll interview you for your mucking.
You can interview.
I know, because I am. So, I don't know what to ask you. Let me see.
I got 100-some thousand views on my last videos.
What, mukbang?
Not my mucker. It was about my black aliens, but
So, well, we'll talk about that then.
we talk about black aliens. What we mucking. We might do one of them on how we.
How many subscribers you get?
Almost 1,000, but I ain't get 1,000 yet though. I need more.
You need 100,000 to get that house check. Below got some.
I ain't worried about no house check. We get a house check by just hustling, regular. I just garlic bread, guys.
That's really good. So, what do you think about ASAP Rocky being locked up in Sweden?
Oh, he locked up in Sweden.
Yeah.
Well, Sweden is where CERN is at, so.
What about the Kardashians didn't even come out and say nothing?
Why would they come on and say something?
That's Kylie's baby dad, Kylie Jenner. So I'm gonna tell you what happened, babe. This might be a reaction video. So, oh, it's hot. what happened with all these little black issues or whatever. Now this is the YouTube blogs and YouTuber blogs and this is all that other blog shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they gonna say, they're basically saying like, oh, you ain't team black, so we ain't black, and we ain't gonna help you. So this is what happened. He, not Trayvon Martin. Who was the Ferguson?
Mike Brown.
Michael Brown had got killed or whatever. This is around that time.
Mm-hmm.
There's more though, but it was around that time. This is basically what he said. He said, why every time something happens to a black person, I'm supposed to have to stand up for it. You know what I mean? What I look like? L. Sharpton. That was the first one, right? Second one, and this is, this is basically, I feel some type of way on this too. Because I feel like if a black man likes, other races or whatever, you don't need to make excuses why you dating another race. You know what I mean? You don't got to tear your other race. You don't got to tear the race down to do whatever the hell you want, right? I want your honest opinion on this too.
My opinion on that is,
I wasn't done, but you can
go ahead and say it.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, my opinion on dudes that's doing that, they got, they dating outside their race and all that. And they saying something about black people. I mean, there's nobody that they looked up to that was black. But the sad thing is they can't even realize that the actual profession that they is in is somebody that was black that they looked up to. But they just won't admit that, and they mind, heart, and in their soul, they looked up to somebody what they did, and
well,
they sing like I would say, like they sing like a basketball player, they sing like a football player, and they sing like certain things like that. And what them people did. Now, all them people, if you have a conversation with them, the same people that they looked up to,
yeah,
they all get the same type of mentality. They don't even mess with black people. Their own race. But they all look up to each other. How do you look up to somebody to do something they did to display the rest of the people? It's sad. It's like a mentality. It's like just like when you pick up a trend, like everybody's rocking Nike. So it's like a trend. Everybody's rocking.
No.
I'm gonna go get a.
Listen to this. I still wear bops and jabots. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we all start. My cousin, who is a girl who's not even gay, start buying all jabots. Or is she gay?
But it's a trend with everybody is getting money. Start becoming a trend. Everybody feel like, oh, I'm gonna swing on this, so I can go get.
She was wearing jabots as a female.
And then a lot of people that's just scary. Like for real, I think any man that has a black woman is a strong man because a black woman is strong. So take a strong man to be able to, to uphold that personality.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what a black woman's going through, and they actually see it, but they just scared of it. They don't. It's like something that they can't always in my own neighborhood, swear. Or people used to ask me like, why you mess with her? Like, or why you messing with her? And I used to always be like, what is you talking about? Because them was my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but just people just couldn't. People can't uphold certain personalities. You know, it's just hard for them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like a trend too with that getting that money thing. It's like when you get a certain set of money, it's just like they shoot them women at. I think they really, and I know they doing that. They shoot them women at you. They shooting them at you. When you start to just mess with them
Right.
and make excuses for why you hate their race.
Mm-hmm. It's usually the woman's to blame.
You reap what you sow. You see a lot of them people that done that.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them, but it's a majority of them.
Mm-hmm.
Is reaping what they sow.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming right back on their butt. It's coming right back to haunt them. Right back.
I mean, I don't know what you mean when you say that. It's coming right back to haunt them.
It's coming back to haunt them because this is what I mean. All right. You say that, you really, it's not even you say, you might have said somebody in your mouth, but your actions show that you really don't even mess with your own people. So, now you get in a position to where you get treated like the people you ain't even mess with. That's what I'm trying to say.
I feel that way too. I feel like this. I feel like no race of people ever degrades their women except for the black race. And not just only the women, but the people. Now, when they talk about their race, they usually bring everybody, like, you know, you bitches ain't shit in general, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But not like how black people target their own people. I feel like that. I feel like I'm one of those crazy women, you know, that I know I am. With my anger and, you know, my history and all that other stuff, or whatever the hell goes on. But according to, you know, the standards that's going on right now, it feels like history doesn't even matter. It doesn't even count. And I could say it don't, but it really does, because I grew up into the history where I had to find out, you know, a lot of bad stuff, and where a lot of our anger, and then a lot of
that anger that's in a lot of adults is something that happened to them when they was a kid. I learned that a long time ago.
And then not only about
They'll be taking that anger out on another adult, but something that happened to them when they was a child, they still hold on.
I feel like the LGBT community, I feel like they always say, oh, in the black community it's even worse. But you have to realize the whole circumstance and the circumference of it all. We're surrounded by, if you're too strong or too black, you know what I mean, you going to jail. And
that was just some modern day slavery, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they let the slaves go, they made up laws just so they could lock them up and just have them back in doing some more stuff. Oh, the niggas' pants is hanging out too. Like, all right, get him.
No, but like, okay, so are you gonna lock everybody who's not gay in the black community up? You know, if you ain't gay, you gotta go to jail. But if you are gay, you know what I mean, you gotta represent this platform.
Yeah, and then if you, you know, the gay agenda is just heavy right now. You know what I mean? And you know they got movements, they got parades. You know they done took the rainbow God's government that he ain't gonna rain on the earth no more. They done took his covenant and now they just, oh, we so happy. You see the craziness in that? Like, that is just retarded.
I see the craziness in it because I also see the craziness in as far as like I see the craziness as far as like they'll talk about like sit-ins and like all the, you know what I mean? They'll talk about like gay rights and they'll talk about what happened to the Jews and all that other stuff. I want to know, like, is that stuff like, okay, what happened when the Jews had got hit? What was happening to the black people? You know what I mean? What state was they in? Do you know?
You already know what state they was in. If you look
was they enslaved?
You can look at that time. What? Listen, I'm hit you with this real. If you look at the same time that was happening, and you look at them dates, they was testing the men out for syphilis and all that thing, and that other thing, the experiment and all that. They hitting them with boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And they like, damn, why ain't they died yet? So they hitting them with all this thing, but everybody was paying attention to the fake out, where they were still in their identity. Like, oh, these are the people. Then you see like.
So look, listen to this. I got a question for you for this one. Now, if we go back into our history, you know the Tuskegee experiment when they was giving people diseases and all that, right? And with police brutality and people getting away with killing us, shooting us down in the street. Now, if they feel justified for shooting us down in the street, and nobody was convicted for the Tuskegee experiment, why would we let these people give us shots and all of a sudden they want to save our lives?
I don't know why. See, this is what happens. People get brainwashed so much that they have to, you know, when you basically like sign up for government benefits and all that. You know, I mean, the majority of the black race is poor, you know what I mean? So they're going to line up for whatever the government's handing out.
Right.
So they telling them this thing is good, you know what I mean? It takes a person.
Just like I told us that slavery was good, but it don't make sense because why would you tell us that slavery?
See, it takes people that just had that's like really lined up and can listen to the spirit. You know what I mean? Like, cause God is always in us. So it took, you know, I know. It took some people that was in their heart and their mind was like, oh, they felt that like, no, this ain't right.
Yeah.
I ain't messing with that. And then that started a spiritual thing with everybody that was lined up with the spirit. Now the people that don't get me wrong, it wasn't like they wasn't lined up with the spirit, but they just didn't listen. The ones that was starting to take it and starting to give it to their kids and all that. The Most High was in all of us, but some people listened and some people didn't. I mean, it is what it is. But as far as that goes, like, you know, that they've been doing that for a long time. Now they tricking you up to try to make you it's mandatory and all that. Man, come on, man. To take a sickness, and then they tell you what they doing. I'm putting this sickness in you.
I'm still hungry.
Sure, you think I ain't? That mukbang ain't good. I need I'm ready to eat that one of them burgers or something. I feel like what's that big lady I like to watch.
It's too damn good.
Yeah. She be having them juicy little pieces. She be having a big place too. She know it ain't gonna end like that.
She don't be fucking around. She be like,
and she be eating all that stuff too. Oh, like, yeah, that girl is off the hook, man.
She be like,
she had them plates piled up. I be like, nah, I know she ain't gonna eat all that. And she be gone. Like, yeah. She is really rocking that out.
I'm full. I'm full just by thinking about her now. You just said that shit. I'm done. We're gonna cut this out right now.
Oh, bro.